Hello and welcome to Birdcore. This is now episode 3. I'm Tom. We got producer Kit on audio. Say hi, Kit.
What's going on, guys?
And we have Sam.
Hey.
Hey, you all right, bro?
You
You all right? You got a helmet on.
Yeah, I got a bit of a headache. I just hit my head.
You just hit. Are you here?
Yeah.
What color am I holding up here?
10.
You got stitches back? What's going on, man?
Blue
You all right?
Stitches. Yeah. Birdcore.
Is this?
Welcome to Birdcore. Did you do that already?
We just did it. This Sam.
Welcome to Birdcore. Did you intro?
Yeah, we just.
Okay.
Yeah, get some water. What
What do you want to talk about?
why? I mean, why is your head like that?
I just got a headache, dude.
Just flat out. I get headaches, but I don't wear a helmet.
Well, I don't want to hit my head again.
You hit your head. So you hit your head.
I hit my head.
Okay, we're going through this. How did you hit your head?
I fell and I hit my head.
You fell and you hit your head.
Yeah.
How recent are we talking?
A few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago.
I'm not doing too hot.
Did you see someone about this?
No.
Kit, do you know about this? What's going on?
I just want to get rid of these headaches.
Well, we got pretty bright lights on, man. I don't know if this is good for you.
Do you guys is there any sort of do you have any way you can just take care of these?
I don't have Tylenol.
I got a method.
Okay.
Okay, close your eyes. I'm going to say a little prayer, and we're going to heal you up real quick, buddy, okay?
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher chishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chag ner shel Shabbat.
How do you feel?
I feel really good.
Yeah?
That was really
there
nice.
we go.
Yeah.
That was a Jewish prayer?
Yeah, that was the prayer for lights. Because we got lights in the brain now.
Oh, there's
Gorgeous.
lights.
Amazing. Is that... But you did hit... You hit your head.
I did. I actually did hit my head.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. It was, yeah, but it was I'm on day 4 of no headaches.
Day 4, no headaches.
Yeah.
Are you on ibuprofen, Tylenol, Advil?
Took Tylenol and
Codeine?
Advil, promethazine. I took Tylenol and Advil the first 2 days. And then I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to actually take that stuff when you have a concussion.
Well, how did you get a concussion?
Okay, so we were shooting a sketch. I won't say which production company it was. Let's just say it rhymes with Chig Chaby. Let's just say the director rhymes with the name Burby Clone.
I hate that guy.
But no, we were shooting on a roof, and my character was supposed to fall back, essentially. So when I fell back, I kind of flailed, and I hit my head on a storm drain, like a storm drain on the roof. And it had, the storm drain opens, right? So
Right.
it has to have these, it has to have whatever you need for it to open like a bottle would open, right? So whatever this part is on the outside had the metal prong sticking out. So I hit my head on that and cut it open. So I got it glued up, and then that day I guess the adrenaline was going crazy. So I was like, oh, I just cut it open, I'm good.
Yeah.
And the next day I woke up, I'm like,
Oh my God. Because you've had concussions before, right?
yeah, I've had 2 before.
Did you realize, I might have a concussion?
When it initially happened, I felt very faint, and I was like, oh, this could be leading to something greater. But then at the hospital, I was like, oh, no concussion, I'm good. And the next day I was like, this is a concussion.
Right.
But my last concussion, which was my second one, it took me 8 months to recover.
Really?
Yeah. But I wasn't really taking care of my head.
How did you get it? How do you keep hit? I haven't even broken a bone before. Let alone
Really? That's actually
I've
impressive.
broken nothing.
That's impressive.
I'm clean. I don't do physical sports. I'm kind of more of a cardio guy.
Yeah, well, we biked here today.
We did. We
biked
did a
here.
cute
3
little
of us?
convoy. It was nice.
And then we saw a bike accident
We
when
did.
we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kit, why don't you take us through the accident that we saw?
So we're chilling outside the studio, boys being boys, and this guy's parked in his car, opens his door while a cyclist is passing by him. Biker completely like flips over the handlebars, smacks his elbow on the ground, door completely extended, absolutely murked, and then it was just like a whoa, said that we just witnessed a conversation for like the next 20 minutes.
I think my favorite part was the driver who had his door broken kept opening and closing the door.
And then he kept trying, like it wouldn't close.
It's like if I just do it one more time, it might just click in. Yeah. It might just click in.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. So then the cyclist had to get an Uber, picked him up.
He got an Uber.
And
it was
then
cute. It was nice.
It was very nice, but I feel bad and that driver, the driver was with the driver in the accident with the cyclist was doing like these. You had gone to the depth at that point, but was basically like, can you do this? Okay, can you do this? I was like, what? Is he a doctor? Or
we should have done that for your headaches, man.
Yeah, probably. Instead, I've been prayed.
So your weekly update was you hurt your head.
My weekly update was, I hurt my head. I was worried about, was I going to be okay to come in here and do this?
Yeah.
Because I hurt my head the day after we last recorded. So I hurt my head May 28th.
Okay, so you've had some time to recover.
I've had some time. Yeah, we're June 10th right now.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I've had time to recover. That was my weekly update. And also, I went back to Montreal because my sister graduated high school.
Amazing.
Which is great. And another update I want to talk about was that
it's all about you.
Yeah, it's all about me. Well, it's Birdcore. The last episode, I had mentioned, I said, oh, it's your birthday soon. And then 2 days after your birthday, I texted you and said, I missed your birthday, didn't I? And you said, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't really like for your birthday to be kind of...
I'm usually not a birthday guy, but this time it actually kind of... It bugged me that you forgot. Especially, you remembered on the podcast, but you forgot on the actual day. I'm starting to think you just want me here for the entertainment.
I think you bring a lot of value to it, and I'm more of a transactional person. So,
well, it was a good birthday. It was quarter of a century, 25. That feels like an important birthday to celebrate, but usually I omit. Kit, you're a big birthday guy. I feel like you throw ragers, dude.
I love my birthday because I share it with one of my best friends.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? What's the go-to birthday celebration?
We change it every year. So last year we had like all of our friends do like a golf tournament.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. That's actually unique.
I don't golf. Do you golf?
No.
I'm terrified to get invited to a range. I don't even know what to hit with.
I think you have a large selection. Kit, you just worked a whole golf tournament. Like, you know how that stuff works.
So there's a driver.
There's a driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you get there?
There's irons from 2 to 9. Typically 3 to 9, but...
And those are like the mid-range?
Yeah, if you're in the fairway.
Right.
And you have your wedges when you're trying to chip onto the green.
Like a salad.
And then a putter.
What do the numbers mean on the irons, 2 to 9?
The higher the number, the less distance it goes.
Why did Tiger Woods cheat on his wife?
Brother.
That's not...
I don't know the exact reason. He's got a cool documentary, though, about his like childhood. His parents were like really strict. So like once he kind of like became rich and famous, decided to become like a wild card.
Right.
But there's a hilarious video of Tiger Woods getting pulled over, and the cop's like, "All right, I need you to recite the alphabet backwards for me." And he's like, "Tell me the instructions I just gave you." And he's like, "You don't want me to say the national anthem backwards."
This guy's good. Oh.
Nah. No, you go.
You were about to go.
No. I was going to ask about, you filmed golfers. Yeah. That's how you know all this stuff.
Yeah, the Canadian Open. Long hours, tough grind, but being part of the camera crew was sick. I got to see Rory McIlroy have a complete meltdown on the course.
Really?
He shot like plus 10. And like since the Masters, he's been horrible. Like one of the worst golfers on tour. He quadruple bogeyed a hole. And you might not know what that is, Tom, but that's like down to my level.
Really?
And you don't want to see a pro on tour like that play like me. So it was quite... I don't like Rory, so it was fun to like see him suck.
Yeah. Well, I hear golf is like a mental sport, right? if you get in your head, you're pretty much done for. Right?
Yeah, super mental. And dude, when we were on the 18th green watching the playoff hole, Sam Burns was putting. One of the security guy comes down and he's like telling us to like we have to leave the area, which like we were totally fine to be there.
Right.
His radio beeps while Sam Burns is putting, and he like messed up his putt, barely tapped it, and everyone's like, "Dude, what the hell? Like, go away!" And like the CBS like broadcasters and the girl who interviews the golfers after was like, "Dude, kick rocks! Like, what are you doing here?" Like, it was so obvious that his radio like messed up Sam Burns' putt, and like.
But they still counted that putt.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just following.
It was a game-winning putt. He hit it short because of the stupid security guard, and then they had to redo the hole after. Because if you keep tying playoffs, you keep doing it.
Yeah. So there's a lot. It has to be a lot about. Sorry, my head. It's a lot about you have to like be quiet when they're golfing, right?
Yeah, there's like volunteers that will like hold up their hands, quiet, and then
really,
like, yeah.
Have you done that?
No, I would never do that. No.
Yell.
Yeah.
Well, there's a culture behind like yelling while just after they hit the ball, right? I've seen those TikToks.
As soon as they hit the ball, like people will yell, "Get in the hole!" So yeah.
I feel like that is the equivalent of like a groupie. So,
it literally is though. They follow them from hole 1 all the way to 18 every single shot. Like it's just a sea of people slowly moving.
Yeah, like if they feel like they're that person's entourage. It's the same type of energy as someone who like glazes someone else in the comments.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. So
we should go golfing. That would be a fun podcast episode.
That'd be cool to record. Can we bring the studio out to the golf range? Yeah, sure. Any other weekly update, Kit? I know you went to the cottage with some of your buddies.
Yeah, cottage was dope. There was like 20 of us. Someone brought like a 20-foot camper, which was pretty sick. We
like
played
a tent?
No, like a RV almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it had like a fireplace and like TVs.
Wow.
We played beer die. If you guys know what that is.
No idea.
What is that?
Really? Okay, so you have like a table and you have a cup on each corner, and then you're throwing a die in the air. It has to go like a certain height. And then if it lands in the cup, it's like 5 points. If it hits the table and the defending team doesn't catch it once it hits the ground, that's a point. If it like hits the cup, it's a point as well. So like throwing a dice and they'll like lay the body out to like catch it if it hits the table and rolls off. It's pretty fun actually.
I'll watch a couple rounds before I contribute.
Yeah,
I don't like I can't follow
rules. It's like a
rules.
frat party game almost.
What music do you listen to at the cottage? Is it Bon Jovi, Green Day vibe, or is it kind of a Tory Lanez?
Probably none of those three.
Eminem.
Bon Jovi's closer. At this cottage trip, a lot of like country, classic rock.
Right.
Yeah, like that crowd.
Boots and Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. I was with a lot of like farmers.
Oh yeah.
So, but I saw some people that I haven't seen like since high school, and they're like, "Get, what's good, bro?" I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Dude, I see that you're podcasting now." So I'm like, "We clearly got fans, boys."
Yeah. I was actually looking at the analytics for last episode, and I don't even want to share it.
Is it bad?
It's really bad. 2 episodes ago was pretty good. Last episode was bad.
That's okay.
This is for us, though, man.
It's just for us.
Numbers are one thing, but this is for us having fun.
That's it.
And I paid for all of it, so we have to do it. Okay.
Should we pull up the invoice?
The invoice?
For the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Let's pull up today's scripture, though. Okay, so this one I found. Is that AI, or do you think that's real?
I think that's real. Is that the Ottoman Empire or medieval?
I don't know. But going back to 2 episodes ago, they had good barbers back then.
Yeah, they were sharp. Well,
are they twins?
This is AI, right? Or is this real?
I think there was a photographer.
I didn't think they had color back then.
Actually, you know what? They only have 4 toes. It might be AI.
Where are you counting their toes?
Bottom left.
Whoa, why? No, it's more of a...
To depict whether it's AI or not.
Yeah.
I'm going to read the scripture.
Dude, the guy on the left has 6 fingers in his right hand.
2, 3,
oh, he does. Some of the guys in the backgrounds have no fingers.
And his pinky's a little sharp. All right, let's...
Yeah,
let's
okay.
go to read.
So, 2 Kings. I didn't even know this was in the Bible, 2 Kings. I don't know, that's like a book. 6:28-29. Then he asked her, "What's the matter?" She answered, "This woman said to me, 'Give up your son so we may eat him today, and tomorrow we'll eat my son.'" It's a fair trade. It's a fair exchange, right?
Son for a son.
So we cooked my son and ate him. The next day I said to her, give up your son so we may eat him. But she had hidden him. So there is a lack of trust here. And there's a lack of following through. Because the first day, the woman goes, we'll eat my son. Tomorrow we'll eat your son.
Yeah.
Woman goes, sure. So they ate the first girl's son. And the second day, the woman who had agreed to bring her son ghosted.
Like, I know they keep talking about how the Bible is a metaphor, but I'm not following on the metaphor here. This sounds like they actually ate a kid.
This just sounds like cannibalism.
If you want to grow the muscles like a human, then you got to eat the muscles of a human. That's what they say.
Who's they?
You know, John.
John, Matthew. Is it Matthew or Matthews?
Mary, Joseph, all the boys.
All the fellas. I don't actually have a takeaway on this one. I think we struggled last week too on the deduction, what it meant. I think you came up with the reasoning. What are you drawing from this kit?
If you want to eat the muscles of a human.
That's true. Yeah, this is the protein pack of this century, I guess.
So are we going to move on from this and like concluding that cannibalism is okay? It's not.
Oh, it's not.
No.
But the two kings.
Amen.
Is two kings one person? Is that like an alias?
Well, there's two of them here.
Oh.
Right? On Google, I looked up Two Kings Bible, and this came after a lot of searching.
I've never heard of
Me neither. That's why I'm like, is it actually in the Bible?
Is this where 2 Chainz came from? Or is this
not far off?
You looking it up?
2 Chainz has been around since basically you mentioned the Bible.
Is 2 Chainz a cannibal?
I don't think so.
No.
But he was at the BET Awards last night.
Oh, yeah?
The Book of Kings is a book in the Hebrew Bible found as 2 books, 1 and 2 Kings, in the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. Okay, it's all clicking now.
We're just about full circle here.
Okay.
Should we move?
Yeah, there's something I want to talk about that I found on Instagram.
Is this his?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So this account called Era of Health. Also, apparently this was suggested for me. They say humans only need to shower every 2 to 3 days. A daily shower can cause irritated and cracked skin, according to scientific reports. Nothing sounds legit when all you say is according to scientific reports, because who knows it?
Well, they have Harvard Health.
I haven't heard of that. They say you don't need to shower every day, and here's why. Dermatologists and researchers say daily showers might actually be doing more harm than good. Unless you're sweating a lot or exposed to dirt, showering 2 to 3 times per week may be enough for most people. Overwashing strips your skin of its natural oils. It can disrupt your skin's microbiome, which protects against infections, and it can lead to dryness, irritation, even cracking. Modern hygiene cultures says shower daily. I can't read. Science says not necessarily. Sometimes less is more, especially for your skin. So what's your take? Dude.
My takeaway is you can't read, man.
I can't read.
Sounds like your concussion's really bad.
But this is the same account who has a post that says milk plus cookies equals opioids.
Yeah, I was gonna say that kind of made me snicker before. The milk plus and it's just like an old guy talking.
Yeah.
Sometimes less is more, dude. I think we're going in the wrong direction. I think we need more showers.
I shower sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, I'm pro twice a day.
You guys don't wait till it rains outside to get your shower?
You're rolling in mud.
So I don't know. I was just dumbfounded by this.
I mean, they give a disclaimer. The content on this page is for informational purposes only and not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition. So I guess if you're stinky, don't listen to this. But if you're not stinky, that's okay. Right?
I guess so. I'm still going to shower.
Is that a knuckle or a nipple?
That's a knuckle. I had the same thought. I thought it might just be a growth. But it's a knuckle. Moving on. Kit, it's your time to shine.
Birthday shout-outs today. Shout-out to Kate Upton's 33rd birthday.
She's only 33?
Yeah.
Good for her.
I thought she was closer to her 40s. Good for her.
Good for her.
Friend of the program.
Friend of the program. Happy birthday to Bill Burr, 57.
No kidding.
Nice, yeah. Have they made a new season of F is for Family?
It's wrapped.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they like conclude it, or?
I think Bill got tired of the whole process. It was like a really draining start, like end to end, to do animation comedy writing and all that. It's just like, I remember him complaining about it on his podcast. He's just like tired of it. So, but it was a great show. I loved it.
Yeah, it was very funny.
And happy 24th birthday to Sasha Obama, Obama's daughter.
That's the youngest, right?
I didn't do that much research.
Okay, fair enough. Because Obama's other daughter dropped her last name. Daughter Malia dropping her last name because she wants to, like, I think, earn her own, like, respect or
Well, that's fair.
whatnot.
When people say, you know, I like Obama, I'm like, which one? Because there's about 5, right?
There's 4.
Well, there's Michelle.
There's Michelle,
Barack.
Barack, Sasha, and Malia.
Malia.
She's 26. Her birthday is actually, that might be the next birthday shout out.
That's all the birthday shout-outs we have.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, soon. Hers is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she dropped her last name because she wants to, like, basically just, like, doesn't want to get stuff because her last name is Obama. You know what I mean?
No,
She
I
wants
get
to earn
that.
it.
That's
Yeah.
like LeBron James's son wearing number 0, and a reporter asked him, why do you wear 0? And he's like, because I don't want people to know that LeBron's my dad. And then it's like, here comes LeBron James Jr. down the court.
Pointing at LeBron James in the stands. Well, who would have thought that it's actually LeBron's son?
Is that Kids Corner done?
We could do this day in history real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to.
Let's do
I'd
it,
love
let's do
to.
it.
All right, 1692 was the first witch was hung in Salem Village,
Okay. Isn't it Salem?
Salem.
I don't know. I
Salem.
can't read.
I
Slalom.
can't read. 2007, HBO aired the last episode of The Sopranos.
Oh, you love that show.
And in 1977, James Earl Ray, the convicted killer of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr., escaped from a prison in Tennessee, and he was captured 54 hours later.
I was going to
Wow.
ask, is he still out and about?
I thought that was the guy that voiced Darth Vader. Or is that James Earl Jones?
Earl Jones, yeah. The late R.I.P.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's a crazy career.
Yeah, that's like a Gordie Howe hat trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gordie Howe did something on this day, too.
Really?
No way.
Is that the next one?
No, that was all of them, but...
What did Gordie Howe do on this day?
Um,
Got in a fight, scored a goal, got an assist?
I can't remember what it was, but he did something.
Dude, talk about the Panthers.
I know, dude.
They're-
Oh, wait. With Oilers and Panthers yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers are taking care of business.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's 2-1 right now.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
I really hope Canada pulls through this year. I think they've earned it.
It's truly all up to McDavid.
Yeah.
He seems. I'm talking like I watched the game. I don't know shit. Let's keep moving. Sponsors.
Sponsors, yes.
Who's this?
Today's episode is sponsored by our friends at Gunt TV. Gunt TV is a social channel run by German influencers and global icons Gunther and Gunther, who both don't have a formal last name. Gunther and Gunther rely heavily on their crew, made up of Otto, Frieder, and Curly Boy. Gunt TV was kind enough to finance this season of Birdcore, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Thank you.
For all of Gunt TV's work, you can find their socials at gunt.tv or their website, gunttv.tv.
It's guntv.tv.
It's gunttv.tv.
They couldn't get gunt.tv.
No, I think gunt.tv was... I guess it was taken.
I assume.
So, a couple lookers, though, eh?
Yeah, very German looking at
Yeah.
least.
That guy has... Was that the... What's that? The Devils...
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Okay, so
Maybe the wrong sponsor, then.
we can keep moving.
Sure.
Okay.
Summer bucket list. So, summer is around the corner.
Yep.
Actually, by the time we record our next episode, it will officially be summer season.
Whoa.
So I want to know what's on everyone's bucket list. So I have some stuff on my bucket list. Tom, you wrote down some.
Yeah.
Kit, you wrote down some.
Yeah.
And we took to our Instagram to ask our listeners what they're up to. So why don't we start off with ours? So Tom, what's on your bucket list this summer?
Okay, I have a pretty short list, but they're concise. Okay, the first thing is get a job.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I need a stable income.
Okay.
Climb a tree.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've brought this up to 3 people now, and they said that's lame. Climbing a tree.
How big is the
I'm
tree?
gonna assume you don't want to climb a tree this summer. Is that the takeaway here? When's the last time you climbed a tree?
It would have been August.
Off the dome, just like that. That's impressive. Okay,
Yeah,
I probably was maybe 8, 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I was 25.
Something you
What are
gotta
you
say?
laughing at?
Yeah,
When's the last time you climbed a tree?
Last night.
That's why I wasn't home for a bit.
This one I actually did this weekend. Install a bidet.
Checked off the list. How was it?
Squeaky clean. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
And I'm saving probably $30 a year on toilet paper.
$30 a year is
Well,
not
you
much.
you got it because you got to take into account you're paying for water now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I just leave it on. Run a half marathon before and after a full Brazilian.
Okay. Would
Because
you?
you could just see the difference in like how fast you can get with no hair.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be pretty chafed though.
Chafed, but with good reason.
And good time.
And good time. I imagine you're gonna go faster.
Now, do you see yourself running these back to back, or are you going to give yourself a few months?
No, give yourself like a week, 2 weeks.
Your legs might still be sore. They might not.
I mean, it's ideal that it's just like a controlled chafing and Brazilian situation, and your legs are recovered. And
So you're
all
not
that.
thinking of the logistics.
No,
of it all.
purely hair related.
Okay, understood.
Purely hair related.
Okay.
And that's my bucket list for this summer.
Okay.
Sam?
Well, I would like to go to the beaches in Toronto at least
okay.
once. I haven't been in my almost 4 years of living here. And we're actually close to the beaches right now.
Like in the East End?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been. And I like, there's full-blown beaches here. So
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't. I want to learn how to do a backflip standing on the ground. I can do one on the trampoline, but I want to be able to do it just standing, like Benson Boone. But
Yep.
that's all he seems to do.
That is his leading trait.
So, and then I'd like to go the whole summer without getting any headaches.
Okay.
So as of June 21st, we'll see if I'm fully recovered.
Did you want to work on reading?
It looks like it, yeah. I was talking to Sham last night about how I don't read enough. And
But you have books. You have Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, A Perfect Day to Boss Up. It's actually a great read. I highly recommend it because
You can't read.
it's
You're reading Rick
Yeah.
Ross.
oh, it's huh.
Keep going.
Because he writes it the way he speaks.
So you read it in Rick Ross's voice?
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Does
what?
Does
what?
he say purple Lamborghini once in the whole book?
I'm sure it's in there.
Okay.
He talks about his farm. Kit, what's on your bucket list?
For someone to ask me what song I'm listening to on the street.
Ooh,
It's never
Sure.
happened.
That's a fun one.
that's good.
Yeah. Eat 20 Dairy Queen Blizzards. Yeah, it's
I
harder.
haven't had DQ in a while, man. That's a good call.
Yeah, you're missing out, man. And lastly, get a Chinese restaurant to name a dish after me.
What would they name it?
The number 4.
The Kit Corsini.
What would it be?
Something to do with like orange chicken, probably.
Orange chicken,
Yeah, or Szechuan chicken.
Szechuan.
Some rice.
Nice.
Coke.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I had dumplings at Yummy Yummy this week.
That's a real place.
It's a real place. Banging. Dude, 9 o'clock. These people are putting the chairs upside down. We're still eating. And they just kicked us out right as we finished up. We're paying the bill as we're eating. I respected it, though, because I think a lot of restaurants, they just stay open. And they're just like, oh, I can't tell them anything.
Yeah. I have a lot of experience as a server, as you know. And I feel like do you say it was all you can eat?
Not quite, but that vibe, we ordered a ton.
I think it depends on the restaurant because most restaurants will just kind of like patiently like, dessert? No? Okay. Anything else I could do for you? Oh, we'll settle up. But then they'll sit there for half an hour. So I can understand. I can appreciate a restaurant being like, get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't do it.
They couldn't even really speak English, too, so they just kind of like...
But you got the message.
We got the message.
I was walking down the street the other day, and I sent this to you guys.
Oh.
And I wish I had put it in the deck, but there was a There's a restaurant on University called Kaka. Kaka. I don't know what the food is. It was not super busy when I walked by.
Well, I can imagine.
And they have a sign in front that says, "Caca, all you can eat." Guys, we are swimming in debt. What? Why is nobody coming in?
Do you think they had like an SEO person come in and be like, "This is the name. This is how you're gonna generate leads. Is caca."
Maybe, yeah. Or it's an SEO person that's like, "I'm gonna ruin this business." It's like someone who did something terrible. Like the owner did something terrible to the SEO person, and this is their revenge.
Well, it's just you got to imagine you're going or you're planning a night out with your buddies, and you're like, "You know where we should go? Caca." No. Trust me. Yeah. All you can eat caca, guys.
Oh, dude, you should have gone before we left. What are you doing? Oh, you want to eat there? Oh, I understand now. Yeah, I really just wanted to talk about caca.
That's okay. Listeners' bucket list?
Yeah, let's talk about our listeners' bucket list. So I'll rattle off one, then Kit, you'll rattle off the other. So at States said that this summer he's going to crash out.
Okay.
Which I think is respectable. People are saying this is going to be the best summer since 2016, so it might be the wrong summer to do it. But
I usually have a biannual crash out. It's kind of a peak summer, peak winter crash out.
I feel like yours is kind of right now.
Yeah, I'm burnt out.
What's the next listener up to?
Nicholas Canito says he wants to coach a Little League team.
I think that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Cute.
Yeah.
I think you can appreciate that as a baseball player.
For sure. But it does get weird when the coach has his son on the team. It's like, where do I put him in the lineup? What position?
Yeah.
So.
Pitcher.
Typically, they go shortstop.
That's so funny because my friend, whose dad was the coach, played shortstop.
Yeah.
Is that like the quarterback of baseball?
Yeah. Pitcher and shortstop are like the, golden guys.
Is there adult T-ball? That's something I would sign up for.
No. Well, that would be kind of cool.
I miss the little pipe thing. You just put it on top and you smack the hell out of it.
I'd love to see Tom try and hit a ball off a tee.
Dude, because I used to play baseball, right? But what they would do when you're like 12 or 13 is they would just load up the biggest kid as the pitcher, and he couldn't aim. He just threw the ball as hard as he could. You have no idea where that thing's going. I was scared for my life when I would tee up. I miss T-ball. I assume now like they can aim. Like you played college baseball. They could aim. Right?
Yeah, once you get into like high school, it's pretty like you're not walking every guy.
Yeah.
So
bring back T-ball.
Yeah.
Adult T-ball for adults.
T-ball.
Next one, Tom. You said you want to go to Riverdale twice in one day.
Yeah, that's in reference to previous episode we recorded where you talked about going to Riverdale twice in one day.
And I don't regret it.
Lucas DiRienzo says, check out the St. Lawrence Christmas Market and a Jays game.
See, the Jays game, I understand.
Jays game, I get.
The Christmas market might be waiting at the door for a bit.
Yeah, that Dior tree, I think they pulled down in January.
Kids reading it. Christmas market and Jays game. Oh, sick. Yeah, cool.
I ought to go.
I should hit him up. Can I come?
What did Kirby say? Rubbermaid.
Because I said, what's your summer bucket list? And Kirby, for days, I was like, what does he mean? Tom, read it out.
Rubbermaid Brute Bucket. IKEA Pep Rig 3-piece bucket set with lid. 24 by 7 liter collapsible. Okay, so he's just listing bucket types.
So Kirby being a smart aleck.
Always Kirby.
Buckets.
He's not Chirby or whoever.
No,
that's a different.
Chirby Blown?
Chirby Blown?
Burby. The other one?
Burby Clone.
That's not him. Burby Clone, yeah.
What do we got? Sprawly Skinny Dipping. Amen. I like that.
Yeah.
Sam, you take over him.
Well, no, I feel like it's Kid's turn.
Cran Raspberry says Hanlon's Point.
Yeah, that's a clothing optional beach. You guys been?
Oh, yes, I have actually.
Yeah?
I wore my clothes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a nude beach.
Well, optional.
Toronto Islands. It's a nude beach. And dude, like, people are letting loose.
Is it nice?
I'm in a relationship, Tom. Danielle Sear says, keep my son home for as long as possible. That's my mother.
That's cute.
Yep. Tom, take us home.
CF Murhar, survive to get ordained, eat a burger or two, maybe a blizzard or 5, def a little sushi, maybe even make a girl snort laugh yogurt or filet mignon through her nose. Simple stuff. I think this is the one I resonate the most with. Kid, I saw your ears perk up when you heard blizzard.
Yeah, I was just surprised. Didn't realize other people were on the blizzard hunt.
Well, Frank is, and Frank is a listener of ours in Montreal.
Amazing.
He's a friend of mine. He's a mentor. And this is my favorite list. I love how he ends this with simple stuff.
Simple.
Get ordained. Simple stuff.
Been there. All right.
I'd say we got to wrap it up because our next episode, we are interviewing a guest, and he might be banging at the door right now. I won't tell you who it is. My sister's trying to FaceTime me. I can't talk right now. And, well, I guess... what I'm trying to say is thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, for the 3 people that...
Thank you for mom, dad, Kit's friend from high school. Thank you for listening. Okay, as always, follow us on... as always, this is the first time I'm saying it. Yeah. Follow us on socials at Birdcore Show on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Sam.
I'm Tom.
I'm Kit.
Kit, do you have any last remarks before Tom breaks the table?
A group of pugs is called the Grumble.